Good morning to all of you. As it is 26th of May 2021, class 12, subject economics. Our today's topic is price effect on substitute and complementary goods. As we have previously learned what substitute goods are and what complementary goods are, today we want to know the reaction of price change or the effect of price change on substitute goods and complementary goods with the help of diagram. In the given diagram, we are representing the effect of price change on substitute goods, but it is based on one assumption, that is price of one related good remains constant. Whether it is substitute good or whether it is complementary good, the price of one of the good remains constant while the price of the other good changes. That causes direct or indirect change on the demand of that good. Here in figure 1, we represent the price effect on substitute good. The substitute good are tea and coffee. Here tea and coffee is represented on the x-axis and price is represented on the y-axis. Here the price of tea is taken as constant, but the price of coffee here suppose changes. Suppose the price of coffee increases, whereas the price of the tea remains constant. What happens? The consumer, as a rational human being, will tend to buy more of coffee instead of tea, because the price of tea has, he will tend to buy more of tea instead of coffee because the price of coffee has risen or increased. So this curve D1 and D2 reflects that more of tea is consumed is purchased because the price of coffee has risen, whereas the tea price has remained constant, so he will tend to buy more of tea. Okay, then we have to represent the price effect on complementary goods. As by the definition, we know that complementary goods are those which are taken simultaneously. Suppose we are here making use of pen and ink, or we cite the example of car and petrol. Car and petrol are complementary goods. Pen and ink are complementary goods. If the price of one good increases or changes, it will directly or indirectly cause or lay its impact on the demand of the other good. Here along x-axis we represent the demand for car, and along y-axis we represent the price. Here the price of the car is taken as constant, whereas the price of the petrol has increased. When the price of petrol increases, what would consumers do? They will tend to buy less number of cars because they will fall short of money, or they will not be in a position to afford the petrol prices. So it will lay its impact on the sale of cars. So the impact of petrol price has direct impact on the sale of the Maruti car or on the sale of the vehicles. So we can say that when the price of one commodity here increases, it lay its impact on the sale of the other. Here we represent C1 is the first level of purchase of cars, but when the price level was OP1, when the price of the car of the petrol has increased, what happened? The consumers would tend to buy less number of cars, which is reflected by D2 curve. D2 stands for demand curve for the cars. So when the price of petrol has risen, the consumers will tend to buy less number of cars. This reflects or this indicates the price effect on complementary goods. So these two curves reflect or state the relationship of price with relationship of price on substitute goods and complementary goods. So this much is enough for today.